Hello everyone, I'm back with another new t-shirt design. Now for this one here, I'm going to make a recreation of a design like this one I found on Amazon, and I really like this design. The text and the effect they are using here, but this is a all over print t-shirt design as you can see, but I want to create something a regular kind of t-shirt design, but I will create the same theme here without any copyright problems. So these are the font I am going to use here. One is Billion Dreams, and the both these both are Explorer, but this one is Serif, this one is Condensed Regular. So if you have the Explorer font family, you can use both of them, and if you don't have them, you can check my Facebook group. You will find them. Okay. So for this one here, I wanted to create like this mountain. As you can see, the mountains is the focus text here. Of course I'm going to make my mountain also in a focus, so I'm making that mountain in this font, and for the mountains I'm going to make it capital for the first letter, and that is good for me. And for this design here, the theme, they are making a mountain kind of effect by using all over print design, but I'm going to use this mountain here to make it that same mountain theme, something like that. I'm using that from a vector pack from FreePic, so it will not be copyrighted, so that's good. Now for this one here, I'm going to use this text in the upper position, or maybe I can just make it on single line, something like this. So this one I'm going to use in this font. I always like to keep it all capital, that really looks good. Now I'm creating a ellipse here. This ellipse I'm going to use as a path for my text here, something like this. If I cut this text from here, let me show you my keyboard strokes. Okay, so I am selecting this ellipse here. Now I am going to use my type on path tool. Now if I click on this anchor point of the ellipse, I can press Ctrl V. That will paste my text on that ellipse, just like this, something like this. And then I am going to align that center, maybe a bit smaller in size, because I don't want it to kind of overlapping my design, something like this is looking really good for me. But as you can see, this M is a bit bigger, this S is smaller than that, and that is leaving a empty area here. So I can simply fix that by making the last S capital. This is not the very proportion rules, but you see, a good design does not have to be a very perfect in grammatic way. So this S is a bit bigger than the M here, and there is a bit space between the text. So if I press shift T will give me touch type tool, and with touch type tool I can simply select any individual letter, and then I can modify that just like this. Maybe I can make it a bit smaller too, just to fit in the area, something like this. Yeah, that is looking good. This is not very good in proportion, but the overall theme is looking good, just like this. I don't want to create anything very fancy here, just everything a simple typography. This, the Lord God, I am going to again select my this font, the condensed regular font of the Explorer. This Almighty is another focus text here, so I can simply use my this font here for the Almighty. But I wanted to create something like a bit different, because this mountain I want to keep only this mountain text in this font. So that's why I have planned to use this serif option of the Explorer, something like this. So that is looking good. Is his name, I am going to use this font, just like this. As you can see, a very simple design, but yet it will be a good eye-catching one. Now for this one here, this is the Bible verse name. I'm going to use this font. Okay, this font, there is some problem that it is a demo font, and that's why it doesn't support the option of the numeric option here, the letters. So simply I can select any other font, something like this, in a very smaller size than my other text. That is good. Now I am aligning that everything with my in center position. Now when they are in place, I am going to deselect my mountain and everything is selected here. I can simply, okay, maybe this option I can use my serif option here, that is a bit bigger in size, and that's good. And for this one here I can simply use the script option of my explorer font, as I wanted to create a script effect here. Okay, let's not do that. This is looking good, something like this. Now I am aligning them center wise. So when my text is placed in the position where I want them, I'm deselecting the mountain and every text is selected here. I can break them, so they are now shapes only. And when they are shapes, I can just simply modify the position here, because I need to keep in mind that everything should be inside a certain area. If I select this 4, I can I can distribute the space between them, so that much is good. Now I need to align them again, because when you are breaking a font, it gives us a little extra space, so something like this, that is good. Now for this one here, this mountain is from the vector bundle of free pick, so that's why I want to add some extra part to the mountain, like a sun here, that will make it a unique one. So if I select my mountain and then if I select my sun like this, I'm pressing shift M for shape builder, and with shape builder I can simply erase the part that I don't want, something like this. So it is looking like this, the mountain and sun is overlapping each other, so I can simply select my mountain here. Then as you can see, this mountain is really small parts, it is not a complete one single shape. So for fixing that, we can simply unite the mountain and that becomes a one single shape. That is good. Make sure that it is complete black. Now I'm going to object path and then offset path, something like this. Okay, 40 pixel little bit is a bit bigger. I just want it here like 10 pixel. Yeah, that much is good. Click OK. Ctrl X to cut. Now I am selecting my this sun vector that I create, and I am going to open the transparency here like this. I am pressing Ctrl F. That will paste the mountain shape in front of it, and that will like make my sun a separate part. It is not overlapping with my mountain, so that is good. And for this area here, I want to create some cloud effect, and for that I am pressing N on my keyboard. That gives me the pencil tool. I am just going to draw some random shapes like this, just to represent the some cloud like shapes. It doesn't have to be a perfect one. We are, you can see the mountain we are using here, that is kind of hand drawing effect on it, something like this. So that's why it will mix with my design. Now I want to create some bird here, and for some bird I am using this ellipse here. Then I'm pressing alt and making a copy. Now if I select these two ellipse, I'm pressing shift M for shape builder. Now alt click here to erase. That will erase the inside part, and I have two separate ellipse now. Like I can put them like this, or maybe I can rotate. Now if I right click on this one, transform, reflect, copy, it will give me another copy, something like this. That much is good for me. Let's just align them a bit. Then if I press shift M, I can use my shape builder to erase the lower part that I don't want. I just want this shape, so that is good. Maybe a bit bigger in size, something like this. On here, another here. This one is in the background, so a bit smaller than this one. Another one here, it's another little bit smaller, because that one is the farther, this is the closest, this is the middle one. So something like this. As you can see, this is now looking like this, and I am really happy with this design, because this vector is now a part of my design and I added some extra element with that. I'm using that same text, but I am using it in my own way. And for this area here, I can simply draw a line like this, just to give it a feel, kind of. Maybe a bit bigger. Yeah, that much is good. Caps. And then if I bring another copy here, then I can simply select this text. Sorry, as I make them a group, I need to ungroup it. Now this one, this text group, and this one. If I select these three, I can align them center-wise, then distribute the space between them. Something like this, now making them a group. Okay, so if I make everything here a group like this, select them, then if I press shift and deselect this one, this is a, everything is selected here. The mountain, sun, cloud, and birds. Let's make them a group. So once everything is a group, I can select them all and then I can distribute the, align them center-wise. So that is good. Now this is my final design for this one here. I hope this will give you some idea how you can like modify a existing design or recreate a version of any design without facing any kind of copyright problems. And this text is not copyrighted, so it will not be a copyrighted design. And I hope this will give you some creative idea, guys. Do your own design. You can use my design idea to create your own design, but don't just copy and upload it, because I upload my designs on almost everywhere. So if you do so, you will get copyright problems. So make your own version and let me know in the comment section, guys. If you guys are getting help from my videos, let me know, give me a thumbs up so that I know you guys are getting help. If you are not liking my videos, that means it is not helping you. So let me know, guys. Have a great time. See you in the next video, guys. Thank you, everyone.